This is another week where I just analyze all of these pairs. I'm gonna tell you exactly which ones I'm gonna be looking for this next week. It looks like we're finally having some opportunities in the market after these 2 weeks that we didn't have much going on. First one's gonna be NCDJPY. This is probably the one closest to happening, already happening. NCDJPY weekly, we are bearish. It looks like we are at a last previous structure point. If we go to the daily, it looks like we are bearish and we already rejected this EMA and last previous structure point, and it looks like we're gonna keep going to the downside. Now, go to the 4 hour. We are a little bit on top of this EMA. We have a psychological number and a support and resistance zone, as you can see. So it's very likely that if we switch bearish and probably on the next London session, New York session, we can have a move to the downside. Probably, as you can see here, price didn't went down that much, so I wouldn't take a big profit like that. But maybe it's likely probably that we are gonna have a downside movement here that we are gonna be able to make profits from. I do not see the entry as clear as I would like it to be. I think this is a good point to be if you wanna, because as you can see here, this is a support. I see resistance here. Let's go to the left. I can also see, as you can see here, support, support many times, and we are under, we use it as resistance. So be very mindful of this. The week is just starting and it looks like this is gonna move fast. But as you can see, we start the week with this big candlestick to the downside. And if we can maybe reject all this price action that we left here, that's on the 1 hour, but in the 4 hour, a rejection from here, I think is enough for me. And I would like this EMA to be closer, but it looks like it's not on the 1 hour. I mean, I guess you can find a good entry on the right session, but if not, then I wouldn't risk it if you're not comfortable and you don't have a good risk to reward ratio. Now let's go with GBP and CD. As you can see, we are bearish on the weekly, we are bearish on the daily, and we are bullish on the 4 hour. I want price to come all the way up here, have a rejection of the last previous structure point. Maybe it will not, and it's just gonna reject this EMA. And on the 4 hour, as you can see, we are bullish. I will only take this trade. As you can see, I have my alarm here. If price come all the way up here and we have a rejection here on the daily, if a candlestick on the daily closes here, then I'll be looking for entries on the next daily candle, 4 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, as you know. Now we go to the next one. I mean, there's nothing much to say. I think if we're on top, we are going to the upside. I mean, we are using it as support, and if not, then we are using it as resistance. Now AUD USD, this one is kind of I like you, but not at all. As you can see, we are bullish. If we go to the daily, I mean, here is our last previous structure point, and as you can see, psychological number. And on the daily, I'm pretty sure that's a more clear support and resistance area. As you can see, resistance, resistance, many times resistance, but it doesn't look like we use it as support that much. It looks like here is a better support, and here is the EMA. So maybe if I find a rejection, no, maybe if I find a good rejection of the EMA here, psychological number, and this last previous structure point, I think this is a solid trade. We are gonna have to go bearish on the 4 hour, but that's okay. As soon as we shift, let's say we shift here bearish, okay. If we're on the right session, we have a rejection of this. I guess like here's the daily EMA. If we have a bullish candle with shift structure and a rejection of this EMA, then I'll place my entry here to get the buy. Okay, AUD USD is done. Let's look at the 1 hour really quick. Okay, just for entries anyways. Euro GBP, this one I do like. As you can see, we are bullish on the weekly, we are bearish on the daily. We are not close from the EMA in any of them, and if we go to the 4 hour, we are bearish. This is our last previous structure point. I do not see any support and resistance area here, so I wouldn't risk selling here. If we are under the EMA, I like it, but I like everything just to come down here. As soon as we're down here, as you can see, we're gonna create a new lower low, and this is gonna be our last previous structure point. So as you can see, I have my alarm here. I'm waiting for price to break under this point and have a rejection of the last previous structure point. Maybe the 4 hour EMA is gonna come with us to the downside, and the 1 hour EMA as well, to find a good entry. If not, I do not plan on taking any trades on any of this area. That doesn't make it for me, but this is a good trade. If we break under this point, then it's pretty much confirmed that we're gonna go to the downside. As you can see, very valid support and resistance zones. As you can see here, this is something like similar to what I want, or this is it even happened faster here, but we didn't have a shift of a structure. Okay, next one is gonna be AUDCHF. AUDCHF. As you can see, I have many pairs this week, so choose wisely. I don't know which one is better than the other. I think I have them kind of on list from top to bottom. This one, it's only the 4 hour. I do not think I'm gonna be taking this trade, but just to let you guys know and give you any chances, just because I'm gonna be looking at this. From now on, I think these that are left, I'm just gonna be looking at them. If any of these maybe do not make it, and these are looking better, then maybe I'll take a trade. Okay, weekly bearish. We are on the lowest point that we have ever been since 2005. So I think it's very likely that we're gonna have a retracement, or we're gonna have some upside movement. As you can see here on the daily, we are still bearish from basically the same point, and on the 4 hour, we are bullish. It looks like we are having a support and resistance zone here, 3, 4, 5 times as resistance, and it looks like price is not going below, as you can see here, and we created a new higher high, and it looks kind of good. Last previous structure point is here, EMA is here. Let's go to the 1 hour to see for an entry. If we're on top of the EMA, maybe I'll think about it. And I find like a good entry and a good session, then yes, I will maybe take a trade, to be honest. It looks better than I thought it was gonna look. I don't like the 1 hour though. But we'll see. But this is a valid trade still. Next one, GBP USD. If you go weekly time frame, as you can see, very well respected support and resistance area many times. Now I'm gonna use this one as an example. The closest one, this was September 2024. If you go to the daily, we are bullish. So we're bullish. Now, I do plan on selling here if we have a shift of structure on the daily, then most likely. And if we do not have a shift of structure as we did here, it looks like we almost had it, but no, then I'm just letting you guys know. This one's more risky. This one's even more risky than AUDCHF, on my opinion, because on AUDCHF we're on the lowest point ever. But as you can see here, if price doesn't play too much and we get to be below this zone, because as you can see we're bullish here, right? Then we have a shift of structure, but we are not under the zone. So what happened? We switch bullish again, but as soon as we switch bearish, we're under the zone. We didn't even make it here for a rejection of the last previous structure point and EMA. We just started going down from there. Now I'm not saying as soon as we switch bearish, sell. No, but if we're bearish, if we're switching bearish under this zone, then take a closer look. That's all that I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna be taking a closer look to that. And so yeah, this is another one, GBP/USD, but as you can see, everything is bullish. So let's have a lot of patience on that one. Maybe this one's gonna be ready for the next week. Who knows? NCD/USD, bearish, bullish. We have EMA here, last previous structure point here. Not looking for that. Daily, very well respected support and resistance area, and psychological number. It's not on the area, but as you can see here, weak, kind of. It didn't make it all the way down, but here we had some price. It looks like price has been respected this area many times, and this one a lot more. So that's why I put the area here, because we actually have bodies closing here. We have wicks being rejected from here, but for our, we are bullish. EMA very close here. So as you can see, I have my alarm all the way over here. Basically, last previous structure point rejection, that could be awesome. If we have a rejection of the EMA, even better. I don't know if we will, but basically I'm just looking for a pullback to then buy. Let's check the week again. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna have 3 candlestick going up in a row. I don't know if I see that happening. I don't know if this one's gonna be maybe ready for the next week. So that's why these are at the bottom, and last one's gonna be USD/JPY. I just don't know what to think about this one, but I'm gonna be looking at all of those. Maybe this one's gonna be first, then these two. I mean, maybe like this. This one I just don't see it. Okay, USD/JPY. We are bearish. Look at this. Very well respected support and resistance zone. As you can see here on the daily, it looks even better or more respected. Boom, boom, boom. Now, yeah, many times. Many times. Whoop. So I'm basically looking for something like, whoop, here. But all the way down here, as you can see, we could be creating a new lower low to then switch and create a new higher high, switch bullish, be on top of this area, and then buy. I wouldn't put my take profit all the way up here, because as you can see on the past, price can be messing around. As you can see here, bearish. This looks like now, but now we're bearish. I'm waiting for price to go and break this lower high to create a new higher high, pullback, higher high, then we pull back, but we switch bearish. We have another rejection of this zone, and from there we start going up. But as you can see, if you buy here and you put your take profit at the EMA, I mean, you can get some profits, I guess. I mean, maybe if I see how this looks on the 4 hour, I don't know how much time I'm gonna take here. Okay, it was fastest than I thought. Okay, looks like we have a massive candle to the downside, and then we just made our way up there. From here, we're bearish. I mean, we switched bullish here, and we kept going bullish from all the way down here to all the way up here. So I don't think this is a bad area to be buying if we're on top of that area. I do not see myself selling, at least not for now. And I think this is a very good and solid trade. Maybe this could be a little bit more up actually. I'll see where it goes, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it there. But this is a very good actually. I like it. Okay, this is gonna be everything for this week. As you can see, we have many opportunities that are coming up. So choose wisely. Do not try to get in all of these pairs. I'm just gonna be looking at this and maybe choosing a couple, the ones that look the best for me. And as you can see, we have many opportunities. This could be a great week after having some weeks with no opportunities. But do not fall in FOMO or anything like that. You don't have to be trading always, and especially on these markets right now. This is a great opportunity to become a great trader. Do not mess it up. Do not try to, like right now, this is such a good opportunity. Do not think about the money. Just think about how good you can become as a trader. And I'm sure the money will follow up like it has to. And if not, then eventually will. But just focus on becoming a great trader during these times. I think this is the best thing you can do and the best mindset you can have. Well, I hope you can find some profits on these pairs, and I'll see you guys on the next video.